Last time on Zyber, we talked about zero trust, a simple idea for staying safe in a complicated world. Today, we're going one step deeper. When you try to sign into an account, open a file, or access something important, a quiet decision happens behind the scenes. In less than a second, the system decides one of three things: allow, challenge, or block. You don't usually see this decision, but it's happening every day, protecting your accounts, your data, and your peace of mind. So today, let's slow that moment down and look at how that decision is made. When you sign in, the system doesn't just ask for a password. It quietly asks a few simple questions. Is this really the right person? Is this a device we've seen before? Is this login happening at a normal time? Is it coming from a familiar place? Does this behavior look like what we usually see? Think of it like opening your front door. If someone knocks at noon, sounds familiar, and uses the right key, you feel comfortable answering. But if someone knocks at 3 a.m. from an unfamiliar place and something feels off, you pause. Zero trust works the same way. To make sense of all those signals, the system creates something called a risk score. That sounds technical, but it's really just a simple traffic light. Green means everything looks normal, yellow means something is unusual, but not dangerous, red means something looks risky. The system doesn't panic, it doesn't accuse anyone, it simply chooses the safest response. When the light is green, the answer is simple: allow. You're signing in from a familiar device, at a normal time, from a place you've used before, doing something you regularly do. So the system quietly steps aside, no interruptions, no extra questions, just smooth instant access. Most of the time, this is what happens, and you never even notice it. Sometimes, though, the system sees something unexpected. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're using a new phone or laptop. Maybe you're signing in at an unusual hour. Nothing dangerous, just unfamiliar. That's when the system chooses challenge. It might ask for a fingerprint, a code sent to your phone, or a simple confirmation that says, "Is this really you?" This isn't punishment, it's reassurance. It's the system saying, "Let's double check before moving forward." Sometimes the signs are clearer. A password shows up that's been stolen. A login comes from a country you've never visited. A device behaves in a way that doesn't match you at all. In these moments, the safest choice is to block. Access is stopped immediately. Not to frustrate you, but to protect you. It's like refusing to open the door when something clearly isn't right. This is where AI helps zero trust work better. AI watches patterns over time. It learns when you usually sign in, which devices you use, what normal looks like for you. So when something breaks that pattern, AI notices instantly. It doesn't make decisions on its own. It helps the system understand context and choose the right response faster. AI doesn't replace people. It quietly supports better decisions. You've already experienced this in everyday life. Your bank asks you to confirm a login. Your phone requires your fingerprint. A website signs you out unexpectedly. An email asks, "Was this you?" These aren't random inconveniences. They're zero trust decisions, working exactly as designed. Zero trust isn't about suspicion. It's about preparation. It protects you even if a password is stolen, even if a device is compromised, even if someone tries to pretend to be you. And most importantly, it does all of this quietly. You don't have to understand every detail. You don't have to watch for every threat. The system does the heavy lifting, so you can focus on living your life. Now that we've seen how access decisions are made, the next question is, what happens after something is blocked? In the next video on Zyber, we'll explore how modern systems respond automatically, isolating threats, stopping damage, and alerting the right people, all in seconds. That's automated defense, and it's where zero trust meets real-time protection.
Cybersecurity doesn't have to be scary or complicated. Here in Zyber, we show you how to make it simple, practical, and even a little fun. Stay smart, stay secure. This has been Z. Till next time.